everybody. Welcome to another episode of a Revival Town podcast. I'm Chuck Tate. That's Andy King.
Hey, mate. You doing all right?
Hey, I'm doing good.
Hey,
Thank
we
you.
did
How
something a bit different for lunch today.
You know what? You've been raving about this place, and I must say, it did not disappoint.
Well, you know, a few weeks back we had Mr. Glass on, remember?
Yes. Yep.
And he mentioned a Mediterranean restaurant in town. And I thought, well, we do Chinese a lot, but let's do something a little different.
And we had to celebrate your birthday.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
happy birthday.
Thank
Happy
you.
belated birthday. I mean,
Yeah.
it was a few days ago, but...
A few days ago,
I mean-
a few weeks ago.
It was. Well, remember last year you had a birthday.
Yeah, I've had two birthdays since.
Yeah, but no, we went and had some Mediterranean food, and
It was fun.
What's it called again?
Chef Musa.
Yeah, Chef Musa, and we both threw down a massive gyro.
Oh, it was good. It was good.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, good food.
But speaking of chef, and we have a really incredible baker on the show today. But before we get to that, you know, you've been in ministry all your life, but I know people are watching and listening, and they don't know this little secret about you. So why don't you tell us?
Well, so when I was in high school, I was looking and praying about what to do with my life, and I knew I'd love to do ministry, but I didn't know how that would play out, especially in the UK, which, you know, in the US there's a lot more full-time work, Christian work, church and things like that.
Ministry opportunity.
Yeah, the UK in England is not like that. So my dad said, well, if you're going to get into ministry, you need a backup. So my backup was I went to college for 2 years to study to become a chef and restaurant management, as well as, you're trying to laugh, aren't you? As well as, and this is where today's episode comes in, I focused on cake design.
Did you really? So
Yeah.
I did not know that part.
Yeah, so I worked at a bakery. So
Wow.
in the UK, bakeries are a lot different than over here. In the UK, there's a lot of fresh cream cakes, which means everything's got to be fresh every day. And so I would get to the bakery at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
I'd bike there on my push bike,
Okay.
right? Because I wasn't going to get my dad up to
All
take
right.
me.
All right. Yeah.
And I would bike there. I would do a shift until about 10 o'clock.
Okay.
And then I would then go and do the youth work for my dad at his church. That's how I
Amazing.
did it.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so making-
Chef Andy is in the house.
Making donuts. And we didn't do cupcakes then,
Okay.
but donuts and
Pudding?
fresh cream pudding. Oh, look, see, you got it. Yeah. But that's what I train. And to be honest, I haven't touched it since I left. I mean, I did work at the bakery, and then I went on to Ace Teams right after that. But I was in the bakery for about a year and a half, and then
Okay.
went there. Yeah, so there you go.
I love it. I love it. Chef Andy's in the house, and we have a very special cupcake baker in the house with a fascinating story. This was a really, really fun conversation.
It was. Oh man, we didn't know where it was going to go, but it was amazing.
Yes.
I mean, there is a story that she shares about a famous young lady.
Yes,
We're not going to
yes.
say who.
This is going to blow your mind. And I knew I was connected with her on social media, but I met her at NRB, and I remember telling you, "Hey, we're gonna have GiGi on here. She rocks." And then I didn't even realize how massive this story was and all that she's done and accomplished. And what a special time today.
Yeah, so why don't you sit back and relax and enjoy this conversation with GiGi.
Hey friends, it's time for another conversation on Revival Town Podcast. Our guest today is an entrepreneur, author, speaker, and inspiration to dreamers everywhere. GiGi Butler. GiGi Butler is the founder of Gigi's Cupcakes, which has grown into the largest cupcake franchise in the world. She's been featured in outlets like Undercover Boss, TED Talk, Forbes, Business Insider, MSNBC, and Fox Business, sharing her story of grit, growth, and God-given vision. She's also known as the Queen of Sweet Success, and you're going to meet her right now. GiGi, welcome to Revival Town.
Thank you for having me. This is fun.
Yes, we're so glad.
I love the name Revival Town. Like, that was very unique. That's a good shtick. I love it.
Yeah. Well, thank you. It was inspired by a band called Delirious. Andy is good friends with them, and one of their well-known songs was called Revival Town. So when we got together and had to come up with a name, Andy said, how about this?
Yeah, that's perfect. I love it.
And you know, one of the things that we love about Revival Town is we want to highlight people that are making a difference globally or locally. And obviously you are making a massive difference. And so we're just honored to have you on Revival Town today.
Thank you.
Yes, and I got to meet you in person just a few weeks ago in Nashville at NRB. I literally walked off an elevator and there you were. And I had already said, hey, I'm going to be at NRB too. I hope to meet you. Right. And so it was.
You're like, I hope to get to meet you. I'm like, no, we will be meeting.
Yes.
Yes. No, it's happening. And then all of a
Yes.
sudden, walk off. And I didn't get a chance to give you cupcakes that day. And I felt, and then the next day I didn't see you. So
it's all good. Yeah.
Oh, well, next time I see you all, I'll have sweets in hand. I promise.
Oh, hey, next our NRB is in DC. I'm definitely going to that. So,
right.
Yeah. Anyway. Well, why don't you share your story? I mean, I watched Undercover Boss, the episode that was actually several years ago, and I also watched your TED Talk. Really inspiring. So I know that all of our viewers, our audience, they're in for a real treat. No pun intended. So why don't you just share it from the very beginning, even how you ended up in Nashville?
Wow. Okay. Well, my dad was a serial entrepreneur. He was a LA County fireman. I was born in Oklahoma, but we were raised in high desert in California. And that gave him freedom being a LA County fireman. And we had a potbelly pig business, a farm. We had 5 restaurants, arcade. And he didn't succeed at everything. But what it taught me at a very early age is that it was okay to fail. Mm-hmm. And you step out on faith, you do it. If you get your butt kicked, God's got your back. And I thought everyone was raised that way, but come to find out they're not raised that way. They're mostly raised to just play it safe, right? Like stay safe, don't take any risk. Just look ahead, stay safe, and just be very calculated. That's not how I was raised. So when I was a kid, I was 7, I was roller skating and I was listening to a Dolly Parton song. And I said to my mom, Mom, I'm moving to Nashville. And she's like, okay, because we don't have a musical background. Like my parents were like, but they were supportive, right? They were supportive of my dreams, which was great. And they're like, okay. And I said, no, I'm going to be moving. And they're like, well, you probably have to grow up first and then you can go. So at 15, I was like, well, I need something to do. I need to have time. I didn't want to do a 9-to-5. So I started a cleaning business called Gigi's Cleaning Company. So I would clean during the day. And then I formed a band at 17 and I started singing at night, and I would sneak into the bars at night and sing. And I started touring all over California and parts of the country and doing the fair circuit. And then I graduated from high school and I moved to, most people don't know this, but I moved to Canada. And I toured with the band all throughout Canada for 6 months. I lived there. And I came back and I was like, okay, I'm going to Nashville. So I moved to Nashville and I had $500 to my name, knew no one, didn't have a job, didn't have a place to live. But I knew that God would be able to provide for me. And my whole theory on it was, if God can take the Israelites, the unbelieving really Israelites, out of captivity and guide them and provide for them, then, I guess he could provide for me in Nashville. So I just went for it. And that's when I started cleaning again and then singing at night down at the bars. I formed a band, met people, and really did really well as far as being a B singer, if you know what I'm saying. It just, if you're not an A, it's very hard to make a living. And so I started the cleaning business and cleaning during the day. And then one day was a pivotal day of my life. I was cleaning for a new family. They had just moved into town and they had a daughter who was 15. Now, at that time, I was about 28, 29. And I was cleaning her mansion, her family's mansion. They had millions to support her dream, right? And I'm cleaning her house at almost double her age. So this girl practiced her guitar on a bed, and I'm cleaning her bathroom, and she played Teardrops on my guitar. I looked at her, and now I'm cleaning her toilet, right? And I'm looking at her.
My goodness.
Did you write that song? She goes, yeah, it's going to be my first album. And right then, I knew that I packed my cleaning supplies up that night in my truck. I drove home, and I'm like, I need a new dream. I'm a complete loser because my entire life, for 20 years, since I was 7, that's all I dedicated my life. Voice lessons, went to Vanderbilt and studied voice at Vanderbilt for classes. I mean, really pursued my life that way. And it just crashed. And I felt like a complete loser. And people are like, oh, well, you just bounced from one thing to one thing. And no, I didn't bounce. I worked extremely hard. And I learned how to fail forward. So I think that's a lot of reason why if you fail, you learn so much. I've learned more in my failures than I ever have in my successes. So most of my best lessons have been when I'm failing.
I love that. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with the song Teardrops on My Guitar, GiGi, why don't you tell everybody who that was?
Swift. Well, it was Taylor Swift. And we know how, I looked
That's
at her.
mind-blowing.
Yeah, I mean, mind-blowing. And the thing about that is she turned out, and we all know how big she's become. And I really hope she finds the Lord and finds Christ. I pray for her all the time. I really want her to be filled with the Holy Spirit because I really think she has a good soul. And the thing about that most people don't know either, that I don't normally share, after I built my cupcake business, she was a huge fan of Gigi's Cupcake. She never knew that I was that person that changed my life in her bathroom.
Wow.
Thousands of cupcakes for thousands. So when the radio or NRB, that's not NRB, when the radio came to town, the seminar in Nashville, she would buy like 1,700 individually boxed cupcakes with her t-shirt, and we'd box them, and I'd make a TS with white chocolate. She loved red velvet. So she spent thousands of dollars with us, and she loved Gigi's Cupcakes. Had she known, though, that I was that woman that was cleaning her toilet, like,
wow,
oh my goodness,
isn't that amazing?
So have you ever had an interaction with her to this day since then?
No, I haven't.
Wow, that's crazy.
No. But it's interesting how something can change your life, and what you do with that life change is what really makes us who we are. And so that was like my little, okay, I got to figure my life out. So I expanded my cleaning business, and I bought a little house. I hired people. It was a really great business. I had 75 clients. I was doing really well for, in my early 30s. And my brother called me. He had stood in line at a cupcake shop in New York City for 2 hours. And while eating a red velvet cupcake in Central Park, he's like, you should open a cupcake shop in Nashville. Now, at that time, I was in a client's bathroom. Seems like all my activities in their toilet.
Hey,
craziness.
In the throne room.
The throne room. Yeah, right. The throne room. That's where all my epiphany has happened. Actually, I think the more humble you can be in the throne room, the better. But so my epiphany was, well, I've lost everything with music. I spent all of my money in music trying to get there. I've got great credit. I got a little bit of savings. I've been in business 17 years at that time. I'm like, well, why not? So I went to 4 banks, and they all laughed in my face. And they're like, cupcakes? I'm like, no, I really think it's going to be a thing. And they're like, are you crazy? And I don't think I'm crazy. So I took out, they all laughed in my face. I took out $100,000 cash advances on my credit cards, and I went for it.
Wow.
And I
Big
was
step of faith.
scared to death.
Mm.
I think we're all gifted with certain gifts when we were born from God. And two of mine are faith and tenacity, and hospitality. That's the third. And so faith and tenacity has gotten me through every bit of my life. I've needed it because I've been knocked down many times, and it's my tenacity that God has given me to keep getting back up and keep moving forward.
Man,
Wow.
I love that. And it's just, you know, what's really cool though, is that, yeah, God was speaking to you in those bathrooms, and you did respond. And so when you took out that line of credit and you're getting ready to go, so am I correct in knowing that the day before you opened your first store, you only had $33?
$33 left in my name. I didn't know how I was going to pay my mortgage, and all of the people that I'd cleaned for. I mean, doctors, lawyers, business people, high profile people, lots of country stars. They're like, you've got to have a business plan. Like, you have to do something. And I'm like, I have $33. I'm just going to open it. And they're like, you're crazy. Well, that's a common theme. I guess No, I just opened my doors. I put my little cupcake apron on. My mom had made me with cupcakes on it. And I opened my doors, and I was scared to death. I was like, God, I need you to show up. I've stepped out. Please show up. And he did. And it just became like this snowball. And I don't know, it was just the right timing. And it was in 2008. You would think that'd be the worst timing to open a business. But for me, and everyone's like, don't open a business. It's 2008. It's like, I know, I understand, but I have to do it. Like, sometimes if you just have such a strong calling, and like, I felt like God was not leading me. He was literally pushing me. I mean, I felt pushed, and it just so uncomfortable, but I just kept moving forward. Every time you push me, I'd move forward. And so sometimes God doesn't pull us through. Sometimes God pushes us through. Get going, go. You've got the gift of faith, prove it, go. So I'm like, oh, I'm scared. I don't care, go. And that's how I felt. Like, he's like, suck it up, you got to go. And I just did it. I just figured it out.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so how was that first day?
It was petrifying. But I had my first $5. I kept it for years and put it on my wall. And all of a sudden, because we were right down by Vanderbilt, and then we're right between Vanderbilt and downtown and Music Row, and all the people that were going to Vanderbilt, they started coming to us. And then all of the, what are the people that sell drugs? I don't mean that in a way. You know what I'm saying?
Pharmaceutical type.
Pharmaceutical people.
Andy's friends.
Yeah, sorry. You know, all of the suppliers, whatever it is, Ozempic, they would, and they would buy cupcakes for the doctors. And so it just happened. And all the Music Row people, because I'd been there so long and I'd cleaned so many people's homes on Music Row, and I was cleaning businesses on Music Row. They're like, oh, GiGi opened a cupcake shop. Bless her heart. Let's go support her. God, love her. She failed at music. Good grief. Let's go help her. You know, and all of the people that really felt sorry for me, they were helping me form this business, and it just snowballed. And then all of a sudden, people wanted what I had. And I was like, no, this is me. What are you talking about? No, we want one in Indy. We want one in San Francisco. We want one here. We want one in Texas. And I'm like, no, this is my little golden nugget. Beat it. You know, it's you, right? Like, right. What are you doing? No. And so and then the guy that I was renting from, he's like, you should start a franchise business. I'll help you. I'm like, what's a franchise? I'm an avid reader. So I started reading. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll franchise. So I took $26,000 that I had saved, because I still had my cleaning business too. And I saved up, and this was just 6 months after I opened my doors. Wow. I mean, I had at night this money. I was like, what do I do? Like, it was the strangest thing. Wow. And I was like, well, I'll just start GiGi's franchising. And we started franchising. And I did not open 2008. at the end of 2009, we had 5 stores open.
Wow.
At the end,
was that just in the Nashville area?
No, one was in Memphis, one was in Alabama. Like, it was just so far. I did another store in Cool Springs, which is south of Franklin. And it was just the strangest thing. I didn't quit my cleaning business till we had 13 stores open. 13.
Really?
13 stores. So I'd go and bake during the morning. I'd meet franchisees. I'd go check on my girls cleaning. Then I'd come and close the store at night. I mean, I was running myself ragged. And finally, the guy who helped me franchise, who became my partner, he was like, you need to stop cleaning, right? I'm like, but it's my baby. It's my Gigi's cleaning company. It's my little baby. He's like, sometimes you have to let go. And that's also the biggest lesson I've ever learned in life and in business. You have to let go to grow. If you and most people that are entrepreneurs are type A and a little bit of control freak, they're just perfectionists and they've got their vision and they're very strong personalities. And the hardest thing for most of those people to do is let go. And that's where you have to let go. If you're going to grow, you can't keep it all to yourself. You have to let go, find people that share the passion, but can do video better or can do, things that I'm not good at. I needed people that were better at it than I was to grow.
Wow.
A very hard lesson. It's very difficult. It's like your baby and you're letting go of your baby and you're like, what are they going to do with my baby? And sometimes they didn't do the right thing. And it's been very painful, but it's been a good lesson. Good lesson.
And obviously there was a high demand for Gigi's Cupcakes because franchises kept exploding, right?
Well, you would think it wouldn't explode in 2008, but here was my theory on that. Everyone was so strapped with money. It was such a scary time. And people wouldn't go to like a high-end steakhouse. They would go to Applebee's, and then they'd come to Gigi's and get a little special treat that was in a box, that a $3 treat that anyone could afford. They wouldn't be able to get a whole cake or a whole cheesecake, but they still felt like, okay, this was special.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the reasons why. And then also the stock market and everything, it was so scary. People that had anything took their money out of that and they wanted to build something that was theirs because they didn't want the government. I mean, the government still has it. You know what I'm saying? You pay taxes.
Right.
They wanted something. So I think that whole bounce of all of the economic horrible things that was happening, it made us grow because people wanted something of their own that they could control more than just being out there in the work field. So I think those were the two things. And a mass appeal of it, and I'll give you one story, which I don't usually share this, but there was a lot of homeless people around my first store. It's right down, West End neighborhood in Nashville. And there was a homeless lady that would come, and I guess she lived at a halfway house, but she started working, and she would come all raggedy, and every Friday she would come and she would buy a cupcake, a $3 cupcake. And I got to know her and I said, let me give you a cupcake. She goes, no. She goes, I want to buy. This is something I look forward to. It's a little gift for myself, trying to get back on this, back on with society, with my life. This makes me feel motivated that I can buy it myself because it's a little gift for me every week.
That's really cool.
So I think it was just a mass appeal for just at that moment. So it was really lots of great stories.
It is. And what Annie doesn't know is that was my mom. No, I'm kidding. That's right.
But I want to just share something. So, Gigi, we've only met today.
Right.
So what I do outside of this podcast, we only do this one day a month. But I run a dream center here in Peoria, and we have the largest homeless shelter for women and children in this building for downstate Illinois.
Wow.
And anywhere between 120 to 190 people come to the Dream Center every night.
Yeah.
And just 2 days ago, Chuck's church packed together hundreds of small cupcakes, all individually boxed, so that we could give them to our homeless guests. And one of our core values is dignity. And we don't, the biggest story of this is 5-6 years ago, we were growing so fast that we had to build commercial kitchens in the Dream Center because we were serving about 175,000 meals every year. And so we did this so that we could bring dignity to those that we're serving, right? And so just 2 days ago, Chuck and the church dropped off these cupcakes.
I didn't even think about that going into this.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And these cupcakes, you would have thought we'd have given them $1 million.
I know.
Just the dignity of something. And so I appreciate that story hit me just because we obviously deal with a lot of homeless ladies and just giving a bit of dignity, even if it's a small dessert, there's that dignity.
Special for them.
Yeah.
Well, I would love to come there one time. I'd love to come and teach people how to cook. That's what I love to do. I love to speak to people, and I love to teach them something. I love to teach them the hospitality, how to have hospitality, and I would love to come to your Dream Center one day.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah, hey, we'll double up. I'll interview you in a weekend church service. We have 3 weekend services. It'd be great to have you at the church too. We'll just do the GiGi's tour.
That would be great.
but not music.
My thing. That's my thing. I have such a heart for that.
Yeah.
And for kids and for women and I've done so much of that in the Nashville area and really give back, and that's my passion. Right. So I would love to come.
We'll do it.
And just inspire people and teach people. And the thing about it is if you give a man a fish, he eats for a day. But if you teach him how to fish, he can eat for life. Yeah. So if you these people come from all different backgrounds, they're hurting. They come. They're hurting people. Hurt people. So it's just a systemic But if they learn dignity, if they learn that all people don't hurt, and they learn about God's love, then they can go out and spread good seeds, but they don't know how to do it. Yeah.
Well, and you mentioned that, and again, this isn't a Dream Center commercial, but we also have an after school program where about 120
now
kids
that's
come.
My heart.
And let me show you something. So
those kids are my heart.
So this bag of coffee is DCP coffee. So we have a trade school for kids from 11 up where we teach carpentry, motor mechanics, T-shirt printing, and we also make Dream Center coffee. We have a roaster on site, and kids learn barista work. And you're absolutely right about the not just giving them fish, but showing them how to fish. And that's what we've tried to do, and what you're doing as well is you're obviously giving hundreds and hundreds of people jobs and a way that they can make a living. Right. And so definitely speaking both of our languages on this. I wanted to zoom in on something. I know Chuck mentioned about it earlier, but this whole thing with going undercover on TV. Right. Can you tell us about that journey of what that was like? Undercover Boss is a huge show in the States and people watch it. And can you just perhaps tell people what it is? Because there's a lot of people that aren't from the States that may know about it. And what the experience was like.
Well, Undercover Boss, 15 million people have watched my episode. And it goes, once it airs in the States, then it goes to all different parts of the world. So I've gotten emails from every part of the world. Oh, I just saw your Undercover Boss. It was in Yugoslavia and it was in Sweden last month. It's amazing how many people you can touch with that. The backstory on that, I don't really share, but I really feel like I should share it today with you. So I was living in Nashville. I had just had my child, and she was 2, I think, at that time. And I had done it all alone. That's a whole other story. And done it by myself. And it was my first trip away from her. And I had to open a store here in Tallahassee. And so I was by myself. I had I think my mom and dad were keeping my daughter. First time, 2 years. She'd been with me everywhere for 2 years. So I was in a rainstorm. I got finally to the hotel. I was missing her. I almost died in a rainstorm coming to Tallahassee from Nashville. Oh, just nightmare. And I said, I'm going to go work out. No one was downstairs at the hotel when I was working out. And I was on the treadmill, and the TV was on, and Undercover Boss was on. And I was watching it. I'd never watched it before. Never. I heard it was so popular, but I don't watch TV, so I just didn't watch it. And all of a sudden, I started crying. I'm like, oh my God, what is this thing? This is amazing. And it was about a massage place or massage envy or something. I'm not sure. I'm like, and I said to God, I said, man, I'd love to be on that one day. Wouldn't that be cool? I mean, no, we're so not big enough. But one day, literally 6 months later, I get a phone call from the producer. Wow. And I thought it was a joke. I'm like, oh, ha, ha. And he's like, no, this is, I think his name was Dallas. He goes, I produce Undercover Boss. And I said, what? We really want you on there. You're a female entrepreneur. There's not a lot of owners and, entrepreneurs and founders. We really want you. I said, I'm too small. Like my face is all over the walls. My voice is on the radio. There's no way. I said, no. And it costs a lot of money to do it, by the way, like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Oh, wow.
Because we have to put up all the gift money.
Oh, I see. Oh,
so wow. I'm like, oh no, we can't do it. He's like, well, if you ever reconsider. And I was driving home that night, and God, well, he didn't say something, but you know how he speaks through us knowing of your conscience. He's like, you
when
idiot.
We're in the bathroom.
Yeah. When I'm on the phone room, you idiot.
Yeah.
You're licking a gift horse in the mouth. You just said 6 months ago you wanted to do this show. You're an idiot. And I was like, I'm an idiot. Wait a minute. I just said that 6 months ago. And he's like, yeah, hello. Dang, what did I do? And I thought, okay, if he ever calls back, I'm so scared, but I'll do it. I don't know how I'm going to do it, God, but I'll do it. 2 weeks later, he called back. He said, we have to have you. What's it going to take? And I said, I'll do it. I'm scared to death. I've never acted. I didn't, how can I not be me? And long story short, I went 6 months without a paycheck. And so did Alan, my partner at the time, 6 months without a paycheck just to afford that show.
Oh,
it's very
That
expensive.
is remarkable. Wow.
Yeah. And it was hard. And I was so nervous, and I'm like, people are going to know me. They didn't, because they would have never said the things that they said to me, good and bad.
I enjoyed it. I was locked in.
How many people can literally be a fly on the wall listening to people say horrible things about you and great things about you, and knowing that they don't know who you are? Priceless. Yeah. How many people in the world get that opportunity?
Right.
Unless you're invisible, there's no way. So it was an amazing experience. I learned so many things of what we did wrong, what we needed to change, because we grew so fast, and so many things. I'm like, wait a minute, these people have so much passion for this. How do they have this much? Well, GiGi doesn't do it that way. Well, you got to do it the GiGi way. And I'm thinking, what did I build here? It was amazing. So it was a great, great experience. I loved the people that were on there. They were brutally honest. We took out a lot of the drama. So a lot of drama that they didn't show. But it went really great. And 15 million people later, we just boomed. And then decided that after that big boom, there was a lot of other things that happened with my family, and I was just fighting the franchisees. My daughter was going to be 5. I wanted to have a normal life for her. And I was tired of fighting. I was fighting the franchisees. I was fighting my family. I was fighting the suits that I hired that knew better than I did in my own company. And I was tired. Yeah. And if I can't create, if I'm not creating and thinking and writing, or then I'm not being of the best use. I'm not a business person. I'm not a 9-to-5 CEO type. That's not me. So I needed to sell, and it was the right thing for me to do at that time. And then there's the rest of the story.
And what is that?
Oh, honey, you can't imagine. It's going to be in my next book.
Oh, okay.
The book is called, well, so the rest of the story in a quick 5-minute, I finally sold all of my cupcake shops. And in 2020, March 2020, guess what happened? COVID.
Everything shut down.
Everything shut down. Thank God I sold all that. But I was right in the process of opening Pies by GiGi, because I'd always loved pies are actually my forte more than even cupcakes. And I always wanted to do a pie shop, chicken pot pie, shepherd's pie, pie bars, pies of all kinds. And I was right in the process when 2020 came, and I had put all my savings in it, everything into it. And I thought, well, I'm just going to go for it. If I don't do it, I'll always regret. And I went for it, and I thought it was going to be good. I thought it was a 2,500 square foot. It was like a restaurant, and we could do take and bake and all of that. And we made it through 2020, the holiday of 2020, which was a disaster. Everyone knows that. And then Omicron, you know, in January, when the whole new variant hit, and people were so terrified of even going out of their homes, let alone going to a restaurant. And it just crashed. And so many entrepreneurs and so many small business people have probably never recovered since then.
Yeah.
And I think it hit us more than anybody in the country, is the small business people.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's a whole other podcast. I think it was purposeful, but that's a whole other podcast. So it was a really hard time. I had to close. And so not all of your dreams, you're like, yay, God was faithful and he did it and it was worked. And no, I fell completely on my face. I lost everything. I had to sell my dream home. I was a complete loser again. Not only was I not the cupcake queen, don't even have a pie shop. Once again, who am I? Who's my identity? And I found myself like, life is, what am I doing? So what I learned from that is it's not who you are, it's whose you are. And I finally had to learn that no matter what I'm doing, whether I'm the queen of cupcakes or I'm here cleaning toilets again, or I'm up here, I'm whatever, as long as I'm rooted in God and what he says about me, I'm good. I got it. I don't care what I'm doing. I don't know how much money I have, how little of money I have. I know that God is my anchor and my father.
Yes.
And if I can pull that through everything of my life, I'm good.
Wow.
So he is faithful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amen. That is really remarkable. So before you sold, were you like in 20 some states and
24 states.
24 states, like 100 franchises, something like
125 stores.
125 stores.
In 24 states.
Wow. Yeah. And you were also at the end of the Undercover Boss episode, you also blessed all 5 of those people. And that was the most touching part for me, was seeing the looks on their face when you told them what you were going to do for them. And have you kept in touch with any of them?
I have. They're the one of the girls that her dad had died, her mom had died, and she has a family now. She's a counselor. She has a child. She got married. I mean, it's such a beautiful thing that happened to her life. And she was in such a bad way. And she didn't know, but I was in a really bad way at that time too with my family. So it was just a beautiful thing. God can take so many broken things and so many mistakes we've made and somehow turn it into beautiful.
Amen.
I don't know how he does it.
Well, I know there's people that are listening and watching today that have their own dreams, and there are people listening and watching that have fallen on their face and it's time to get up. Maybe somebody's cleaning a bathroom in this moment, and God is speaking to them about beginning a business or stepping out in faith. Can you take a moment and just pray for us?
Sure, would love to.
Yeah.
Love to. Dear Father, thank you for being faithful, even when we're not faithful. Thank you for just being there and holding us fast. That the song says you hold us fast, Lord. Holding us fast means that you just hold us like you care, and that you protect us, and you want us to just come to your arms and to rely on you, Lord. I don't think we deserve it, Lord, and we don't know why you'd even love us, but you do, because you want to be our Father, and you want us to be your children, Lord. So anyone that's listening today, there is hope. There is hope for everyone. And I just pray that you will work through them, and you will plant seeds of goodness and of faith, and know that they can do anything if you are their light and their strength, Lord. And I hope that they cling to you, and I hope that they know you in a personal way. And I just pray for everyone listening that you give them courage. In Jesus' name, amen.
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 Amen. Thank you.
Well, obviously your story is so intriguing, and I know that there's a lot of folks that will have connected with you today. If they're wanting to get to know you more, follow you on socials, what is the best way for people to do that?
Well, GiGiButler.com is my website. And then all of my socials is official GiGi Butler on Instagram and Facebook. And you can get my book, The Secret Ingredients.
Oh, there you go.
Amazon or anywhere books are sold. And my next book comes out at the end of this year. And I just wanted to say real quick that we are filming a TV show, and it's about ready. It'll air in September, and it's all about hospitality, food, cooking, and bringing people on and letting them talk about their bold faith.
Wow.
Stars, about football players or movie stars or singers, and talking about their bold faith and what they've lost coming through and Christ, and getting to know Christ, and what they've also gained. So
we're gonna have you back when that comes out, if that's okay.
We'll have you
back.
It.
And then when your next book comes out, we'll have you back to talk about the book.
Yeah.
Well, I'm coming to the Dream Center, right? And I'm going to
right. Hey, we'll bring you in the studio.
Like, when am I doing this?
Yeah.
When am I to see the kids and teach you to have?
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
That's
I really do want to come.
We will make sure that it happens.
Love it, and it's my thing, and it's my calling, and that's my next big area of life, is just getting out and loving people and showing people that there is hope. And I do it through food and through inspiration. And you have to shine your light wherever you are.
Yeah.
Amen.
Well, we appreciate you coming on, but before we end, we've got the big three, which are three questions that everyone's asking, right?
Yes.
So do you want to start, Chuck?
Sure.
Okay.
All right. My first question is, and so I was going to ask you what else you like to bake. You already know it's pies, but what's your favorite dessert besides cupcakes and pie?
Besides cupcakes and pie? Well, the 31 flavors, or I guess it's Baskin Robbins, the ice cream cake. Yeah, Every year for my birthday, I go and I get my own ice cream cake, and I eat most of it. I love cake and ice cream, so I get a 31 flavors Baskin Robbins ice cream cake.
Love it.
Wow, that's cool. All right, question. You obviously were in, how many states did you say, Chuck?
24 states, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What was the most unique shop that you had?
Oh, my goodness.
What state?
Well, there is a store in Savannah that's downtown Savannah, and it was an old store, where they have the dormers in the front, and then you could put like tables, how the old 5 and dime stores.
Yeah.
I think that was probably one of the most unique stores that I love. Still, it's still there, and it's beautiful. And I think the one of the most unique stores was the original store, because it was a little 900 square feet baby that just was born out of faith and hard work, and it was a little gold mine, and we pumped 3,000 cupcakes a day out of there most days.
Wow,
that's amazing.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
All right.
All right, Chuck.
Okay, well, you used to live in Nashville, and Gigi's was right there in the center of all of that, and you went there to pursue music, and you did that. You met Taylor Swift back in the day. Who do you listen to today? Who do you listen to?
As far as music wise?
Yes.
Well, I have a 14-year-old daughter, so we kind of have to listen to a little Taylor Swift, and I do love some of her old stuff. I love country music. I've always loved Brooks and Dunn. Every time I hear Brooks and Dunn, I cry. George Strait, I love Chris Tomlin. I love CeCe Winans. I love all music. I listen to a lot of opera. I listen to musical. Phantom of the Opera I was listening to the other night, and whatever inspired. And Andrea Bocelli.
Oh yeah, he's good.
He sings, and I cry.
Wow.
well, Andy's friends with Chris Tomlin. He was at the Dream Center.
Chris Tomlin was at the Dream Center just a few weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw him in Jacksonville. I love him. He's got lots of friends that I know, of course, friends of friends. I'm trying to get him on my show.
Oh.
So he's super cool. He lives in Franklin.
Yeah.
So I'm hopefully going to get him on my show one day. But so he was at the Dream Center.
Yep. Yeah. We've been friends for a long time.
Oh, honey.
And so he was in town, and we're looking to do a bit of a partnership with his nonprofit that he has as well.
Wonderful.
So, yeah.
Well,
so
he's
he
an
came to see
amazing
us.
human.
Yeah.
He's so creative. Oh my gosh. The Goodness of God, that song. Oh.
Yes.
So good.
So good.
Well, it has been awesome having you on
Love it.
Revival Town today.
Thank you so much.
I know that you've blessed a lot of people, and praying that people will connect with you as well. And this will be the first of many visits.
Perfect. I'm excited.
We're having you back.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
We'll see you soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, yeah. Man, that was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Great conversation. I can't wait for her TV show.
Oh, no. I know. She threw that at us at the end.
Yeah.
So that'd be cool. Right. She's going to get around the Dream Center as well.
Yep.
And so that's going to be fun.
It is.
It's been what a great conversation. And we definitely will be having GiGi back on, especially when the new book comes out and the new TV show comes out. So yeah, fun times.
Great stuff. Thank you again, GiGi.
Yeah. Now, you know what's next, mate?
Yes, it is time to end the show like we do every week with a little bit we call Tate and his mate.
Yeah,
London is calling.
This is all about me trying to stump my friend Chuck Tate with an English word, rhyming Cockney slang, or phrase.
Yep.
And so today I've got one. I've dug one out, and I've got it on my phone here so that I definitely say it right. You ready?
I'm ready.
It's monkeys outside.
It's monkeys outside.
It is monkeys outside.
Monkeys outside. And monkeys. Okay. Monkeys. So last week, our friend Al Gordon, when I use it in a sentence, I just had to guess it, but you just gave me a sentence.
Yeah. And let me back up. Without giving it away, it's monkeys outside during January.
Well, I was about to say it's really hot outside, but now I know it's not. It's monkeys outside. I'm just like, it's just, I would say if it's monkeys, it can't just be cold. If it's monkeys, it's got to be just really bad weather.
Is that your final answer?
My final answer is really bad weather.
It's very cold.
Very
outside.
okay. All right.
It's monkeys out.
Monkeys out.
I don't
freezing.
know why. I don't know why that is.
Okay.
You know, I need to research some of this a little bit more so that I'm not like, saying something that could be bad. But I don't think that's bad.
Yeah. You got so right now. All your friends across the pond are going, "No, Andy, no."
There are a few words I'm like.
Yeah. Well, you've warned me about a couple things never to say.
Yeah.
And I love to make you sweat it out a little bit.
Oh man, you do. Well,
another great show.
Another great show. Make sure you're telling folks about Revival Town podcast and ways that you can connect to us. check out our website. We've just updated it a little bit ago, and a lot of information. You can go back per year and see all the different people from the years that we've had on. So make sure you check that out. You just go to the episodes button, and then you can click a year and be able to catch the early editions with Amy Grant and with so many others in the early years.
Yes, and besides revivaltownpodcast.com, you can download the free God TV Plus mobile app or put it on your TV, and you can watch us on God TV.
Yeah, that is brand new.
Yeah.
Say brand new, about a month or so.
Yeah, and they're putting together a video on demand section. Yeah. So you'll be able to check out some of the really cool episodes on that.
And did I just see that Mr. Chuck Tate is number 2 on God TV at the moment, as in most watched and liked?
I don't know what that means. There's a top 10 every week, and I just happened to see that today. So I'm gonna have to find out.
Yeah, or it might be
the announcer.
It might be the people they want to get rid of fastest.
Yeah. I mean, Oh man, it's getting monkeys in here.
Well, thank you for watching Revival Town or listening to Revival Town today, and we will see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Revival Town Podcast. Make sure you're following us on social media and remember to subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. For more information, head on over to revivaltownpodcast.com.